I have a question for you. How do we get back to joy again? Now, there are times in life when joy is easy. And we saw that a bunch this morning, thank God. When a cutie pie little girl, like Adeline Lake, comes into the world, joy is easy. When that baby girl becomes a beautiful young teen like Robin, joy is easy. When we dance at the wedding of somebody that we love, we see that somebody we love has found love. We see that somebody we love has found their person. Joy is easy. So at the lustrous life cycle moments that we see here, joy is easy, but it's not only that. If you love to ski and you're on the slopes and there's fresh powder and it's a beautiful day and the sun is shining, all is well with the world. Look at God's gorgeous nature. Joy is easy. If you love to bike, we have a big biking community. And it's July, it's August, you're biking, the wind is at your back, the sky is blue, the weather is perfect, you're making time, you're feeling great. Joy is easy. But what happens when joy is not easy? That is the existential condition of the Jewish people right now. That joy is not easy. What happens when joy is not easy? That is the condition of Medinat Yisrael. Love that middle name, Medina. The Medina that we love, Medinat Yisrael. Joy is not easy. Monday marks 2 weeks from when the last of the living hostages came home. And there was, of course, euphoria upon their return. And now that 2 weeks have passed since their return and the euphoria has faded, what's next? So we all know how this is supposed to go. For 2 years, we've been living in the land of oi. And we all want to move from oi to joy. We all know this. We all want to move from oi to joy. We all need to move from oi to joy. But how do you move from oi to joy when you still feel oi? So 2 weeks and 4 days ago exactly, on October the 7th, 2025 exactly, a book came out that is destined to be not just a classic. A book came out that is destined to be a part of the sacred Jewish canon. A book came out that generations of Jews will be reading from now. It is as sacred as Isaiah. The book was written by Eli Sharabi, and it is entitled Hostage. And it came out on October the 7th. So Eli Sharabi was abducted from his home on October the 7th. And he spent 491 days in captivity in Gaza under Hamas. 491 days. His book is very hard to read. His book is almost impossible to read. If you're reading this book in Newton, in your living room, with the doors locked and closed, it is hard to read. As I was reading it, I was thinking, how did he ever survive this? How did he ever endure this? But somehow he did. Through some rare combination of strength of character and body and mind and not a little mazel, after 491 days, Eli Sharabi got out in one of the earlier deals. And while he was in captivity for 491 days, He clung to the belief. That's how he put it in the English translation. He clung to the belief that his wife, Leanne, and their two teenage daughters, Noya, age 16, and Yahel, age 13, were alive. Leanne, Noya, Yahel, they're alive. They have to be alive. After all, he reasoned, they're British citizens. And Hamas would never kill British citizens. And he clung to that belief, and it kept him alive, and it kept him motivated to continue keeping on. He also did not know if his brother Yossi survived or not. And then after his release, when his family was not there to greet him, he learned the brutal truth. On the day that he finally gained his freedom, he learned the brutal truth that his wife and his two teenage daughters and his brother were all murdered by Hamas. And the very last page of the book describes him going to their cemetery for the first time. And let me just share with you Eli Sharabi's words. I'm quoting now. I need to see it with my own eyes. I need to tell them I'm back. I promised them I'd come home, and here I am. We reach the cemetery. Everyone gets out of the car. I walk towards the graves by myself, with Osnat, his sister, by my side. The medical and welfare teams stay behind. We walk closer. Osnat slowly leading me until eventually she points and says, here they are, Eli. I look at the three graves, Leon, Noya, Yahel. The peaceful fields around us glisten, a taut blue sky overhead. Birds chirp. I break down crying. I don't even try to stop myself. Osnat hugs me. I fall to my knees. I can't see anything. Everything is blurry. The sky, the view, the other headstones, the people who came with me, everything fades away. Only Yahel, Noya, and Leon exist. 40 minutes later, I tell Osnat, okay, let's go. She looks at me puzzled. It's okay, I tell her. Let's go. I signal to everyone, it's over, finis, finis. I pick myself up and start walking slowly toward the exit of the cemetery. This here is rock bottom. I've seen it. I've touched it. Now, life. That's the end of the book. Under those impossible circumstances, he offers those imperishable words, now, life. Now, life. After what he went through, after what he just saw. Those words are as holy as any Haftarah we have. Those words are as urgent as anything Elie Wiesel ever wrote. And the question is, what are we supposed to do with those words? How are we supposed to connect with those words? After all, his reality and our reality are so different. After all, Israelis' reality and our reality are so different. Israelis live on the front lines, and we don't. Israelis endure the unimaginable, and we don't. We read about their enduring the unimaginable. So how are we supposed to connect with those words? On the other hand, Elisha Rabbi deliberately had his book come out in English on October 7th, 2025, 2 years later, to teach us, to challenge us, to inspire us. So we owe Elisha Rabbi the honor of taking his words seriously and of trying to apply them to our lives. So let's take them in turn. Now. Now is a word with so many resonances. Now that I have lost. Now that I have suffered. Now that I have mourned. Now that I am still here. Now, how do I honor my now? Comma. Why the comma? Why not just now life? But it ends now, comma, life. My read is that the comma is him taking a deep breath, trying to talk himself into life again. When we're dancing at a simcha, when we're skiing down the mountain, when we're biking on a perfect summer day, when joy is easy, we don't need to talk ourselves into joy. When joy feels impossible, we need the comma. We need the deep breath. We need to talk ourselves into joy. And then life. How do we work for it? How do we get to joy? What do we need to do? What do we need to do to feel the joy again? So, first thing I want to do is just invest you with this question. Now, comma, life. Just own that. After all you've been through, after all you've endured, after what you've suffered, after what you've lost, and everybody has a story. How do you channel Elisha Rabbi? Now, comma, life. And I want to make 3 suggestions. I want to offer you 3 different moves. They happen to be mitzvot, that if you do it, you will feel joy. Here's the first mitzvah, and I want to talk specifically to our school-age children, to the kids who came cleaning up the candy so generously, and to their parents. This is so available. This is so here. It works so well. It's so magical. And it will bring you joy. Go to Jewish summer camp. That's my message to all the youngest learners in this room. And that's my message to all the parents and the grandparents of the youngest learners in this room. Go to Jewish summer camp. It's magical at helping people feel joy. Now, if you've already been going, you know what I'm saying is true. If you do the work of going to Jewish summer camp, you will feel joy. But if you don't, if you haven't, the timing is perfect. It's late October. It's going into early November. This is mating season for camps and families. Check it out with an open mind. Here's a promise. If you go to any one of the number of amazing Jewish summer camps, you, school-age kid, will feel joy. You, parent of school-age kid, will see your kid turned on to joy. I want to share with you a testimony written by a 14-year-old girl named Rachel who attended one of our Jewish summer camps in New England, and again, they're all fantastic. Here's what she writes. I felt like I belonged in a way I never had before. My favorite part was Shabbat. Everyone wore white. We sang together under the stars, and it felt like the whole camp was glowing. I remember thinking, this is what it means to feel holy. I cried when I left. I did not want to go home. I made friends I still talk to every day, and I learned that being Jewish isn't about rules, it's about joy. I'm already counting the days until I go back. One of the beautiful responses to the oi of these 2 years is the joy of inspiring our kids to love Yiddishkeit, and nothing does it better than Jewish summer camp. Go to Jewish summer camp, send your kids, grandparents, get out your checkbook, send your grandkids to Jewish summer camp. It will be a joy revolution. Here's the second move. The second move is to take up your Shabbat observance a notch so that it puts you in deeper contact with your deepest values. Anita Diamond, who is a writer and she's the founder of our mikveh, she writes about a kiss that she shares every Friday night with her husband. She writes, "Every Friday night I kiss my husband. No matter how tired we are, no matter what dreadful things we said to each other earlier in the day, no matter what. The kiss is neither perfunctory nor passionate, and yet even when there are 6 other people in the room, it is intimate. All week long, a kiss is just a kiss. But our Friday night kiss is something else entirely. This is a ritual kiss. It takes place in the dining room, immediately after we light 2 new white candles and sing the blessings that mark the beginning of Shabbat, the Jewish Sabbath. Candles and kiss are followed by blessings over wine and bread." So here's my question to you folks. What does your version of that kiss look like? What does your version of that kiss look like? What is it that you can do to amp up Shabbat so that it will bring you more love, more joy, more meaning? And here's the third move. Do this move, and I guarantee you, you will feel joy. And that is go to Israel. This is the year to go to Israel. Make yourselves a commitment that before next Rosh Hashanah, this year, 5786, you are going to go to Israel. This coming week, almost 70 Temple Emmanuel members are going to Israel on a JNF mission. And those who go, they're going to feel joy. If you're not going, I want to invite you to seriously think like you've never thought before about joining our Hartman mission in late June, to be in Yerushalayim at Hartman. It's all about joy. There's the joy of learning Torah. The best teachers of Torah in the world teach at Hartman. It's the joy of being in Jerusalem. It's the joy of breathing the crisp Jerusalem air. It's the joy of seeing the golden rocks of the stones of Jerusalem that turn purple at night. It's the joy of meeting real Israelis. And at Hartman, you'll meet settlers, and you'll meet Haredis, and you'll meet Palestinian Israelis who have tough stories that we need to hear. And it's the joy of community building. It's all about joy. But the truth is, that's not the most important reason to go to Israel. It's great to feel joy, and you will feel joy. It's not the most important reason to go to Israel. The most important reason to go to Israel is to show up for Israel, show up for Israelis, show up for Israel, show up for Israelis, show up this year. And you know this. You know this. You know what it's like when people show up for you, and you know what it's like when they don't. You know what it's like when you have a wedding or a funeral and they show up for you, and you know what it's like when they don't. And if you go now and show up for Israel, you'll be showing up at a historic time of rebuilding and hope. So, there are times in the world when joy is hard, and there are times when it's easy. And when it's hard, Elisha Rabbi tells us what to do. Now, life. Please rise.